few days before this hunt, I moved a stand into this bottom near a creek crossing where there were a lot of fresh tracks. On this afternoon, a doe shows up to feed on water oak acorns. It takes a long time for her to work her way over to near where I am, so let's move ahead in the video. When the doe came down into this creek, she gave me a really good broadside look there, but there was one small limb that was potentially in the way, and I decided to wait. I was fairly confident she was going to come across the creek and give me an even better shot, so I was just waiting. The shot was a high shoulder shot, and I didn't get as much penetration as I might have hoped for, but it looked like the arrow went down into lungs. So I waited a half hour or so and got down and went to look for my arrow. And before I got down, I looked back at the video footage, the GoPro footage, to see exactly where the deer went into those planted pines, and so I knew where she went in. I went over and I started paralleling the edge of the planted pines there to see if I could find blood. Between the spot where I shot her and the planted pines, I had found one spot, and it wasn't very much, and so I went over and I made a pass down through there. I didn't find anything. Then I went about 10 yards out into the planted pines and came back parallel to the edge. And at that time, I was able to see the lighted knot glowing. And so I found it. And about 6 inches of the arrow was missing off the end. So I felt like that there was enough penetration to get into the lungs, and it was just a matter of if I was going to be able to find any blood and find the deer. And so I texted my buddy, and he came over and helped me to look for the deer, and we weren't finding any blood, so we went to the place where we'd found the arrow, or I'd found the arrow, and then we just started going up and down all the trails there in the planted pines, looking to see if we could find any sign of any blood or find her. And fortunately, I walked up on her after about a half hour of searching, and so it was celebration time then. And so my buddy, he helped me drag her out and get her back to my truck, and it was all good. This was one of those cases where the deer only traveled about 100 yards after the shot, and in that distance there was only one small spot of blood. Had it not been for the lighted knock and the video footage to help me figure out exactly where she went into the planted pines, and a good buddy to help me look, I'm not sure I would have ever recovered this deer.